What up, what up, what up? Good morning. I'm going to keep this morning's message a little bit short, okay? Because it's simple. If you guys feel like you're waking up with a big cloud of dark energy above you, if you guys are going throughout the day, or even you start out your day great and then things come against you and during the day you're starting to feel defeated, you're starting to feel that dark cloud above you, like you're just in this negative spiral that just gets worse and worse, and your negative thoughts start progressing and progressing. The key to get over that is appreciation. A lot of your personal power and your power in this universe is gratitude. It's appreciation. Appreciation is one of the greatest sources of light. It's one of the greatest things that can make us glow inside and make us feel full. Especially if we start out our day with God, if we start our day taking care of ourselves, if we start our day writing in our journal what we're grateful for. I do that as much as I can because I know what it's like to start my day without that, and I don't recommend it. It's like coffee in the morning, right? It's like some people wouldn't start their day out with coffee in the morning. I would not walk out of my door without being in prayer or spending time with God. I mean, I just wouldn't do it these days. I just know that nothing is going to work without him. And so he's just like a vital part of my everyday life, okay? Vital means you cannot go without it, right? It's like food. I heard this example the other day with Joyce Meyer. She said, when you are pursuing God, a lot of people keep him in this box, this Sunday box. And God doesn't want to be in a box. He wants to be in every single area of your life. And I remember I used to just, be uncomfortable letting him into certain areas. And he still loved me, but eventually I was I knew that every single area just had to open up to him. And things open up, guys. When you open up to those things that God wants you to face or open up about, he'll guide you, man. He'll give you power. He'll lead you. And man, there's so much power in just being honest, You don't have to be perfect. Just be honest. And on top of honesty and on top of asking for forgiveness, be grateful. Because there's personal power in that. And what I was saying about the Joyce Meyer quote is she said that think about spiritual time as spiritual food. Okay? So if you are starting your morning with just a little snack of regular food, like actual energy, human food that would get us through the day and give us energy, you can't survive the whole day on a snack, can you? Right? That would be putting food into a little box and saying I can only eat food at this one time, and I'm not going to eat food whenever I need it or whenever I need to rejuvenate or need energy. And so don't just think that praying is only for the morning. Don't just think that God is only for Sundays. Man, every single morning I start my morning with God. Every single morning I start my morning with prayer. Like I said, I wouldn't step out of the house these days without being I got to get charged up. Sometimes, even when I want to get my workouts in the morning, I'm I'm not charged up yet, So I spend a little bit of more time, and, sometimes I'll move the workout to the evening or whatever it may be. But getting charged up is important. Feeling full in spirit is important. And then when your light starts to dim during the day, if that happens, recharge, plug back in. Don't think, well, I only get one prayer a day, or I only get to spend time with God on Sunday. That is not, nobody sets those rules but you. So think about trying to live all day on a spiritual snack. You wouldn't want to live all day on just a little snack for breakfast, would you? Treat spiritual things the same way. Fill yourself up. And what else can I say here? An important part of feeling full is truth, right? I heard this quote. Let me pull up this quote for you guys. I heard this from somebody recently. And the truth is in the Word, right? So read the Bible. If you have no truth in your body, then you have no light in your body. If you have no light in your body, then you have a sick body. And so that's the quote. And a lot of times this comes with feelings of sadness or depression, and there are times for that. But if it's like an ongoing thing, if you've been depressed for a year, it's time to figure out that maybe it's your thoughts. Maybe it's the battlefield of the mind that you're not winning. Maybe it's not actually what happened to you or something that's genetic that you feel, well, I was just born this way. I was born to be depressed. I have depression running in my family, and so I'm probably just going to have depression. That's not true. I got over that stuff. And it runs in my family a little bit. But if you fill up spiritually, spiritual medicine, spiritual food, right? Spending time with God and using your imagination to visualize you getting better, you receiving these gifts, spending time even in meditation, spending time with God, communicating with God, asking Him questions, do that. And you may not feel anything at first, but keep pursuing Him. That's my message for today, guys. If you feel like that you're living in this dark place, use appreciation as your light to get through it. And then try starting your day out in a different way, where you're charged up, where you're not as easily offended, where you're not as easily moved by things that normally once moved you. I know a lot of times I share success principles, but resilience is a big part of it. The battlefield of the mind is a big part of it. Knowing how to get over dark energy is a big part of it. It's a big reason why people give up. So that's my message for today, guys. If you're feeling dark, if you're feeling down, appreciate. There's power in writing things down. Have a journal, a gratitude journal. That's what I do. I love you guys. Peace.